I live on the 14th floor. That night I worked late. Too late. The building was quiet when I entered the elevator. No music, no mirror, just a faint hum as the doors closed. I pressed 14. The elevator started going up. Then it stopped. Between floors. The lights flickered once, then stayed on. I sighed, annoyed more than scared. "Of course," I muttered. I pulled out my phone. No signal. Then the elevator moved again, slowly. But the number panel didn't change. It stayed on 7. I hadn't pressed 7. The doors opened. The hallway outside was dark. Not broken light dark. Empty dark. Like the building ended there. I didn't step out. The doors began to close again. That's when I heard it. A voice from the hallway. Calm. Close. "You're not supposed to be here yet." The elevator doors stopped, half open, as if they were waiting. I stood frozen, staring into the darkness of the hallway. I still couldn't see a single door. No numbers, no exit signs, just space. Then I heard footsteps, not rushing, not dragging, measured, like someone who knew exactly where they were going. A shape moved in the darkness. Tall, too thin. It didn't walk toward the elevator. It slid. The doors opened wider on their own. I backed up until my shoulders hit the wall. The thing entered the elevator. The air changed immediately. Heavy. Cold. It stood beside me, facing forward. No face. Just the outline of a person where a person shouldn't be. The doors closed. The elevator started moving again. The floor numbers began changing. 6, 5, 4. Going down. I hadn't pressed anything. I finally found my voice. "Which floor?" I asked. The thing turned its head slightly. "The one you skipped." The lights flickered. The elevator stopped. The number panel went blank, and I felt a hand brush against mine. Cold. Wrong. The doors began to open again. The elevator doors opened, slowly, reluctantly. What stood outside wasn't a floor. It was a corridor, but not like any building corridor I'd ever seen. The walls were too far apart, the ceiling too high. Lights hung above, but they didn't illuminate anything. They just existed. The elevator refused to close. The thing beside me didn't move. I stared at the number panel. Blank. No buttons. No floor indicator. Just my reflection in the metal wall. Except it was delayed. I moved my hand. My reflection followed. Half a second later, I stepped out. The air outside felt thick, like walking through water. Behind me, the elevator doors stayed open, but when I turned to look again, the elevator was gone. No doors, no shaft, just a flat wall. That's when panic finally hit. I walked forward. Each step echoed longer than it should have. After a few seconds, I realized something disturbing. The hallway wasn't stretching forward. It was looping. I passed the same crack in the wall, the same flickering light. Again, and again. Then I noticed something else. Footprints. On the floor. They were mine. Fresh. But leading ahead of me, as if I had already walked this path. My breathing grew louder. That's when I heard another sound. Breathing. Not mine. It came from behind. I turned. The corridor was empty, but the footprints, they had stopped. Right in front of me. Facing me. I felt something brush past my shoulder. Cold air. A presence. Then a voice spoke, directly into my ear. Not loud, not threatening. "You always arrive early." The lights shut off. Total darkness. I stood there, heart pounding, unable to see anything. Then the lights flickered back on. The corridor was gone. I was back inside the elevator, alone. The number panel lit up. 14. The doors closed. The elevator moved up normally. No shaking, no flickering, as if nothing had happened. The doors opened on my floor. My hallway looked normal. Too normal. I stepped out. The elevator doors closed behind me. I waited for the sound of it going down. It never came. That night, lying in bed, I tried to convince myself it was stress, hallucination, sleep deprivation, until I checked my phone. There was a new photo in my gallery, taken at 2:13 a.m. It showed a long corridor, and me, standing in it, facing the camera. The photo shook me. I didn't take it. No one else had access. I stared at it. The corridor, the same looping hallway I had just walked, and in it, the shadow of something tall, moving toward me. I turned toward my bedroom mirror. My reflection was wrong, slower, delayed, smiling when I wasn't. I grabbed my phone. The photo gallery refreshed itself. New images, hundreds, all the corridor, all me, all facing forward, all blinking at me. A whisper, soft, calm, from inside the phone speaker. "You'll always arrive early." The lights in my apartment flickered once. Then the room went dark. I dropped the phone. The last thing I felt was breathing. Close, cold, real. Not mine. I haven't slept since. I haven't left the apartment at night. But sometimes, when I open my gallery, I see new photos. I'm still walking that corridor, always ahead of myself.